Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining. Who of you have already sold something on Facebook Marketplace? I see. What about buying? I actually sold our whole life on Facebook Marketplace. Today, I want to show you the difference between Facebook Marketplace and eBay Kleinanzeigen, how it's called in Germany. eBay, you all know about eBay, and Kleinanzeigen means small ad. Before we get started, let's bring everyone on track. My name is Julia and I lived with my family for 7 years in the US and just returned to Germany. To keep our friends informed about the differences and how our life looks like right now, I share those videos. And now also, if you are interested, please stay on and then maybe you learn something about the culture shock that I identified so far. Let me quickly outline the experiences I made by selling our entire life. If you subscribe to the channel, you will see my little profile photo. And this is basically 10 minutes before we left to the airport. And this shows our luggage that we left with. And that was all what we basically, what we had in the end. So nothing else. All furniture, kitchen, any appliances, everything we sold or donated or gave away beforehand. So as you can imagine, the last months over there, I was just selling and posting more or less every day new items. We even sold our car on Facebook Marketplace. By the results I made over the period of time, I was so hooked that I could even imagine to start my own business, like a side business, when we are back in Germany. In terms of selling items on those platforms. I even had already a name for my new business lined up. In the US, people drove an hour to pick up our stuff. A couple examples, there was a guy who lived close to our apartment and who came, picked up the office chair and then basically literally walked home. So he walked from our apartment carrying the office chair. And another young couple, very cute, wanted to pick up our couch. It's a couch from IKEA, and so all the measurements were already either in my ad as well as of course on the IKEA website. And then they came. She liked the couch very much, and then I just saw her actually walking up and down the couch, and then she was mentioning to her boyfriend, well, actually, that it will not fit into the apartment. And I was offering, of course, a proper measure. No, she would be fine with just walking up and down. And then she repeated, well, it doesn't fit into her apartment. I say, well, maybe then this is not what, this is not for you. By the end, she still took it. She liked the couch so much that even with already knowing this will not fit, she bought it. So just a couple examples of how our life looked like the last months before we moved over. Great bridge, because then we moved over and I was very enthusiastic. I wanted to start something, but unfortunately we didn't have anything that I could sell because we only had our clothes we came with. Luckily, we had some items in storage, and we also had some at my husband's parents' house. And then also, while we were in the US, my husband's grandparents passed away, so we also inherited some of their items. So we got a new dining table and we got some chairs and so some other stuff, but not everything fit into our apartment we live in right now. So for me, a great starting point to start or to selling on eBay Kleinanzeigen in Germany. Then reality hit. Because I was posting it and I had in my mind, I had the expectation from how it was in the US that 10 minutes later, someone will send me an email and ask to pick it up. But unfortunately, this didn't happen. Even a week later, didn't happen. Then I would use the price. Still no audience, no views, nobody wanted it. After a couple of weeks, I wanted to give it away for free. So I changed the ad and changed it to free. And even then, nobody came and wanted to pick it up. Of course, now you could say, well, maybe your stuff was really old and broken, and no, it was not. I'm pretty sure that the same item I would have posted on Facebook Marketplace, it would have been gone within a couple hours. So why is this so different? So there are a couple of reasons. First, Germans have a different view on distance. Nobody would drive an hour to pick something up. They even would think twice if it's only 10 minutes away. Second is the household spending. And I looked it up. In the US, it's around 5K per month for housing, for energy, food, and of course for other stuff. Compared to Germany, it's only 3K. And even, of course, the living expense are much higher in the US compared to what it is in Germany, but still. So it already gives an indication that the Americans spend much more money every month on other stuff compared to what the Germans do. So this might be another reason why I was not lucky to sell it on eBay Kleinanzeigen. And the third reason is we don't live in a city now. We moved into a suburban area, and this might also be the reason why I was not lucky to sell the stuff. Why I'm telling you all that? Of course, it's to show you the cultural differences between the US and Germany, and maybe you have a full basement or a full garage with stuff that you want to get rid of. And maybe this video helped to encourage you and to start selling, donating, or giving it away to someone who is in need of this item or wants this item. And this also then gives a second life to your stuff. And maybe you can start a small side business with these kind of sellings. I unfortunately now have to look for something else. So if you have ideas, please share them with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a perspective how our life looks like right now. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe my channel, so I also know better what kind of topics you like, what kind of topics you don't like. So feel free to do so, and I hope we talk soon. Bye.